question, Jay. You can keep this short. Finally announced Eimantas Stanionis versus Vergil Ortiz, April 29th.
Yeah, it's a good day.
I think Stanionis had like a appendicitis or something along those lines.
I remember they said something about that.
Yeah. So this will be for the WBA regular. And like we talked about earlier, Jerron, and this has the IBF interim. So it seemed like the young dudes have positioned themselves for which belt they're going after next. What do you think of that fight?
I think that's going to be like one of those wars. Might even have to see it 2-3 times. You know what I mean? Stanionis, we know he bringing all heat, and we know that Vergil's bringing all heat. You know what I mean? So I can't pick a winner in that fight, but I kind of favor Vergil. But it's like Stanionis, you can't sleep on him. That's a great fight, man. You know what I mean? I can't wait till it happens. April 29th is a beautiful date. They got enough time to get ready. I mean, hopefully both guys are healthy and they get in there and get a chance to go at it. But I'm edging towards Vergil. I think Vergil got some shit with him, man. I was watching a little bit of sparring with him. He got better skills than we think. You know what I mean? When forced to use them. But I think he, like anybody else, he fell in love with that knockout power. You know what I mean? But this will really show us, you know what I mean, who he is and what he on. Because, I mean, you get a young, hungry horse like yourself. You know what I mean? And I think this will be a great fight.
As far as fighters fought, right? Yeah. You got Vergil's knocked off, Michael McKinson, he's knocked off, Maurice Hooker, Brad Solomon. I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Mean Machine. Right? And then you got Stanionis, he's knocked off Butaev, Collazo, and Thomas Delorme.
Yeah.
Who would you give the nod to resume-wise as far as, fought the better competition and looked more impressive against the better competition?
I think out of all those names, Butaev is probably the best one. So maybe Stanionis, but when you add it all up, it's similar. I mean, it's kind of close, so I can't really say who got the better resume, but Butaev was the more sturdy out of all them guys, because Brad Solomon was on the end of his shit. I mean, Brad Solomon at one time was a great fighter, but he just been coming in for those checks.
He been cooked, man.
Yeah, he been coming in for them checks. Maurice Hooker never really had sturdy legs. You know what I'm saying? He was champion at one time, and he's a great challenge because he's a tall guy that could punch a little bit. But over the rounds, it ain't gonna last. What's the name? Mean Machine Egas. I like him too. Sturdy guy. He'll hurt you if you don't hurt him, and I think he did knock Vergil down or hurt him that fight. Stanionis. Also, but with Thomas Delorme, we see what happens to Thomas Delorme. He hit or miss. He gonna go at you though. So the list is similar, but Butaev I would say is the best fighter on that list.
What does it say that a champion has to go to the challenger's hometown? And it was the purse bid. Does that
it's favorites.
Does that give Vergil a mental edge over Stanionis?
I mean, a little bit, but it also puts a little pressure on him because you gotta hold it down. I mean, especially against a guy like that. We know him, but he not better than you. That's how they gonna be talking to him. He not better than you. He can't beat you. Fighting in your hometown, so it's a lot of pressure. On your turf. So it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. It can hurt you too as well because you feel that urgency to perform on a high level. Instead of just getting the job done. Stanionis is more like, man, just put me in front of him. And that's how I always see. That was one of the reasons I took the fights I took. Going in the backyards because I wanted to travel, and I just didn't mind being in somebody's backyard. The pressure wasn't on me. I always had more pressure on me fighting in the city. Fighting in my hometown. So when you on the road, you don't really be thinking about that pressure part. So I think, it could be a good thing and a bad thing.